Greetings, Joneses, from my home to yours. This is my Nemo Hornet two-person tent, and I'll take you on a tour here in a minute. But I'm here doing the sum up video of my western journey to the Pacific Ocean to find the kindness of strangers. I have all my notes gathered up, and I'm going to try to run through them here without getting emotional. And it's pretty difficult for me for some reason, but let's get this underway. On the back, I have "What is the world without the kindness of strangers," which is a mantra of my mission and my journey that I've said and on my channel, and it's just like what I try to think of when I'm out in the world, and what I'm trying to show, and not spew my grievances, and count my blessings as I receive them. And this is a gift from my sister Babette, who has always been a kind stranger in my life. She's my sister, so I can't really call her a stranger, but in a way, we're all a big family, so in a way, we're all kind of strangers. So she's my oldest sibling, and she's my big sister, and I have two older sisters I'm lucky to have. So it starts: kind strangers, my family. Though not strangers, they are unendingly kind to me. They deserve mention, recognition, and love. Especially my mom and dad, brothers and sisters. They are the foundation of Paul Michael Sylvain. That's cool. And I started my journey on April 30th. I walked out from my brother's house, who I'd been staying at. I stayed at my mom's for a while because I didn't have a place to live. And I had to leave due to my own complications or whatnot. And then I stayed in Logansport at the Manor Motel for a week, in a van for a week. Then I lived outside for a couple weeks through some bad weather. And then I stayed at my brother's. And then I got COVID and had to be quarantined due to COVID. So it delayed my leaving west a month later than I wanted to. But because I just don't want to be a burden to anyone and be sleeping on their couches. I just want to be able to take care of myself. And I left my brother's on April 30th when he was at work, because I could not have left facing all my nieces and nephews. I think my brother's wife was there, but I think she was a little annoyed with me, as people get with their in-laws, But I took off that day and set out to Royal Center. I stealth camped in Royal Center, but on the way I met a man outside Lucerne on the south side of 16. He offered me water, a place to stay. He told me I could put my tent up in his yard, and food. He brought out water and was talking to me, very interested in my journey. This is Lucerne, which is just across 25. You go from 12 Mile, you hit Media, and I didn't do this and all that by the signs at that time because I hadn't thought of it. But that was the first kind stranger. I didn't get his name, but he has like blonde hair and kind of a big guy, and real kind person, real interested in my journey, and I hope he's doing well. God bless him. Several people in Royal Center and Indiana Beach. There was a bar before the campground, and I went in there and ate. And everybody in there was cool to me. There was guys going to go get their guitars, and I wasn't taking people's names and wasn't really interviewing them, but someone bought me a drink, and they gave me directions to Indiana Beach. When I got to Indiana Beach, the ladies there were extremely kind, got me a place to camp. I found a bunch of morels in my campsite, which was really cool, and I got to give them to some of my camp neighbors, and they were all over the primitive camping picking them. But yeah, hello ladies at Indiana Beach Campground. Godspeed. I hope you're all doing well. I made it. I made it to that ocean. Dante, I met at a truck stop near Watseka. Thanks for everything, Dante. It was really cool meeting you and getting to talk to you. And I think you're a truck driver or something. You was driving by me on 24 as I was hiking west. And a lot of people saw me on 24, saw me doing this. I heard I was called Mr. Crab because I'd have on my orange jacket from the truckers and stuff. But the truckers are awesome. Thank you, truckers. You never hit me. I never felt in danger. You were always polite and kind. Many of you offered me food, drink, rides, and a lot of them I wish I'd have took now looking back. You know, I didn't realize what I was doing refusing that gift. I need to be better at taking gifts. I want to give gifts, but I don't want to receive. And happy Mother's Day to your mother. I forgot. That's probably the lady I was talking to in the van with you, Dante. And you had a beautiful family, and it was so nice talking to you all. It was great meeting you. Godspeed. Thanks for your encouragement. A man in Monticello, I forgot to mention there, gave me a medallion that was ultralight. He gave me $20 too. He's with his son in a SUV, red SUV. And I was going from the campground to Walmart, back to 24 to continue west. And it said, anyone who carries this shall not perish or burn in hell, but have everlasting life. And I still have that. It's in my mail. I'm going to open all that stuff when I get home because I can't carry all the gifts I've got. So I send them home, so when I get my own place again, I'm going to set up a Christmas tree and have my own gifts to open. So that'll be cool for me. Thank you for that gift and your encouragement and your kind words and concern. Thank you. And I believe that's where I met the young gigolo, was at that Walmart in Monticello. Young man, you're very smart, and I didn't get your name, but your dad is a gigolo. He loves ICP. And I want to say thank you for being interested in my story. And hear the rain coming down. See, this is why we hide in our tent for a day. That's what the structure's good for. We got some bad weather. But we're waiting it out here, so we're going to do this video. And you're in my home today. You know, I'm often in yours. Today you're in mine. Welcome to my house. There'll be a deer out here. She's been blowing at me about every 20 minutes or so. She's not sure if I'm dangerous or not. She gets really close in the woods, about 20 yards. Out here she gets about 30 or 40, but it's pretty cool. But yeah, young gigolo, get you a backpack and have your ICP dad take you backpacking somewhere. There's the Bald Knob Trail down in southern Indiana, the Nickel Plate Trail, Panhandle Pathway, a lot of great trails around here. France Park has many great trails. Massinawau Reservoir is a great place to hike. Get out there and enjoy it. You're so interested in the outdoors, young man. Go chase them dreams and desires. Pick up sheds, antler hunt, deer hunt, go pick berries, do whatever you can, mushrooms, explore the wild. It's good for you. Heather Lemonade from Kentville. Now, I don't know her last name's Lemonade, but she's had beautiful hair colored yellow and big glasses, sunglasses on. She's so beautiful, and like she stopped and offered me a ride. She spent a lot of time talking to me just about my journey and what I was doing, and wish I'd get a ride if I need a place to stay. Thank you, Heather. That was your really kind heart, and that's really nice of you to stop and offer a man or anybody at that help, water, and thank you very much, Heather. There was a couple in the country outside of, in between, I want to say, I'm not sure where it was, but it was after Monticello. Their dads were named Paul, and they were pretty taken back, I could tell. They gave me water, and they had like a little antique store there on 24. And when they heard my name was Paul, I could tell they were like taken back by the, I don't know if I reminded them of some of him or what, but both their dads were named Paul, and they were pretty choked up when I left. We had a good conversation about God and the Spirit, how it moves and stuff, and that was really neat and helped me on my journey. I'm sure your dads are with you, both. Jeff Bohr, mayor of Piper City. It was really cool meeting you, man. I saw you around that town a couple times. It's good to see a public servant as dedicated to a town as yours. What a beautiful town you have. You're just nooked right in there in Illinois, like just hidden in them flatlands, like a beautiful giant trees and brick streets still. What an awesome city. I had such an awesome time when I was in Piper City. My leg was at its worst pain. I have edema in my leg, and I was actually writing a line in my leg with my finger, and it would stay for hours. And I was in such agony, but the people were so kind and uplifting to me. I I was so annoyed and like I can't explain, like just irritated that I didn't want to be cross with them, so I stayed on the tracks. And in that town is also where I met Shay Sunday. Hello, Shay. Um, I met Shay and his brother. I was at a convenience store in Piper City, and I was complaining about a dog attack. I'd just been attacked by a dog and had been attacked by several dogs because Google will take you through the country if you hit walk. If you hit car, it'll take you down 24, but if you ever hit walk, it takes you away from the highway through some dangerous dog areas. And but Shay overheard me talking about my journey, and this lady getting mad about me saying something about dog attacks. And Shay talked to me outside the store, and we just got to talking and hit it off, and seemed like we'd be really good friends. And he offered me a ride and was real interested in hiking, I think, and through hiking across the country and stuff, hitchhiking and stuff in general. And I told him what was going on with my legs and maybe complained about some blisters and stuff, and told him about my channel, and I think he watched the videos and stuff. And then I did the videos about my first trail magic where him and his wife came down. They drove down the track several miles to me, brought me some hot Chinese food, water, medicine, everything a person could need on the trail, and it was such an inspiration to me on my journey. Thank you, Shay. You and yours, I pray, are ever blessed and best on your fishing adventures. I hope you guys get more really big bass. That's really cool to see you getting that on Facebook. Live simply, like nothing wrong with some fishing, man. I love fishing. I spent a good part of my life just fishing on them banks and doing what you're doing. That's awesome, Shay. Can't wait to see you guys again, man. Illinois DOT. A guy gave me $40 and told me God told him to stop and give me $40, and I may not mention his name. And this guy stopped, and him and the Illinois DOT checked on me repeatedly. It was humbling, I'll say, like all these people, working hard and not judging me for not working hard and just living the way I'm living. Which it's hard work doing what I'm doing. This is where I live. Every day I don't make my bed, I build my house and take it down every day. It's pretty easy to put up and take down, but it's a lot of work living the way I'm living, physically and mentally. But it also heals your spirit. And those guys on the DOT, I wish I could say his name, but I hope you're blessed. I hope your health problems all resolve themselves miraculously or something, man, because you deserve it. You're a real kind human being. And I know you guys check on all your wanderers on them roads. I appreciate that. God bless the Illinois DOT. You guys are awesome. At this point, I took no rides offered. I had 60 different rides offered at that point of my journey, which was around Forest, Illinois, or just after Forest, Illinois. And I think that's pretty good. For me not putting a thumb out or asking for anything, and all the money I'd been offered and all the rides I got offered to that point, was really awesome. Tom's Walk, I saw this guy on TV when I was in Peoria, Illinois, about Tom's Walk. He walked 100 miles south and 50 miles east and west for the Children's Hospital there. And it's kind of inspired me to try to work with Riley. And I've talked to them, and we're trying to get a thing set up where people can donate straight through my name or my walk to Riley without it being income for me. So we'll be able to get that money straight to the kids, and we're going to figure out something really cool through my channel to do with the money. I want to make it where the kids can either have a park where they can all go and it's real safe and accessible for the disabled kids or kids that are ill, or we can do a virtual reality thing where we can interact together and be able to, like the kids could say, like, flip over that rock or go down this trail or look over by this tree, or, and we can get them things from out there that connects them to it. It would take a lot of people working together and a lot of minds bigger and smarter than my own, but I think it's a good idea and a worthy cause for them kids that won't be able to get out and enjoy nature. And I am a Riley's kid, and look at me. Look what they did to me. I walk 16 plus miles a day, every day, with a 30-pound pack on, and I have many, many physical, mental limitations, but they did good with me. East Peoria, Chad Johnson and Gina Greenwald, they gave me a gift of $21. Thank you very much. And they're also, I believe, of Illinois DOT. Them people at the DOT, just good people. You guys work hard and you're good people. It's awesome. The lady who lost her sister near Peoria on 24 and Cummings, she gave me $20. She gave me a gift, and I appreciate that. Again, I'm sorry for the loss of your sister. She looks just like you. You're both very beautiful, and I'm sure it's hard for your kin to look at you and see the one who's gone in your face, as it is probably you as well. I pray for you guys to have peace and healing. Lewis in Peoria, the church outside, they were all standing outside talking, and they're like, "What are you doing?" And I just walked over there and started talking to them guys. I got a picture on the thing of if anybody wants to donate to their cause. There's a thing above it says I can't remember what it says, but it's got the information for the church and the organization up in the gable of the church, and I put that information on my site. They gave me good wisdom in their time, and we shared stories. Bushwhackers, I got those shoes at Bushwhackers, Haley, and they were all so attentive to my needs and what I wanted, and I got exactly what I wanted. Those shoes lasted me 500 plus miles, and I'm going to keep them for my morel shoes. I sent them home, and I'm going to have them for my morel mushroom hunting shoes and keep them in storage for next season because they're almost wore through, but wow, they are awesome shoes. Ultra Lone Peaks. Anybody near Peoria, Illinois, go to Bushwhackers for your outdoor stuff. Haley and the owner will take care of you. They'll do what they can to get your needs met. Thank you, Bushwhackers. Everybody get to Bushwhackers. Vassar in Peoria, thank you for serving in the military, Vassar. You have a beautiful home. You let me feature it on my channel. I took some pictures of your street. He came out wondering what I was doing. If I was probably doing taxes or something, I don't know. Dawn at ICC, Illinois Central College, gave me a shirt. I still have it. I don't have it with me. I sent it home, but it saved my life on the Illinois River where I crossed into Peoria on 24, and I shouldn't have done that. But I waved that yellow shirt. Dawn, thank you so much for letting me use the ATM, and thank you for that shirt. If I could go to a college, I'd go to ICC. That's where I would want to go. Scott outside Peoria, he gave me an idea that if I can't continue on because of my leg, that I should continue the story and let someone take the pack and the gear and continue on. I like that idea, Scott. I'm working on doing something with that. I haven't quite come up with the thing yet, but thank you for the idea and your kind heart and your generosity with sharing your ideas like that. That's really cool. Andy is a veteran I met on Highway 116 in Illinois. His tire blew out on his trailer, and I was getting it off the highway. And I got down to him, and he gave me some water, and we just talked for a while, and he passed me a couple times there on 116. How you doing, Andy? Thank you for serving in the military. Farmington, Illinois, there was a son and mother that came out and gave me water. Also in Farmington, Illinois, someone called the police on me. I don't know if it was for crossing a field and going to the bathroom back on a track or where it was, but I'm sorry about that if it was a farmer. I didn't mean to offend you or stir up any trouble. I was only nature called, and I did not step on any soybean or corn plants. I know how to walk through a field without trampling your crops, sir, I swear. But it was Mrs. Tushnik. Thank you to you and your kin for caring about travelers and bringing us water. Farmington, Illinois farmers. Um, they brought me out water when I was walking by, and there's a big sign that said "Thank a Farmer," and I was laying down taking pictures and featuring it on my channel because I enjoy eating, and I know how hard it is to be a farmer in this world. And, I appreciate what you guys do. I wish you would get into more poly farming where you're not doing single crops, but where you would do like corn, bean, just grow more than one thing at a time, because the world is nowhere is it just one thing growing. That's just nature, and I think it'd be healthier for the land, but that's just me. You farmers are awesome. Do whatever you do, man. Keep us fed. Lady at Spooner's at London Mills, Amy, that was a great meal. I wish I'd go there and eat again. I enjoyed camping there too, outside that little town. I stealth camped, and this is about when I got my first ride. I was like several hundred miles in, almost all the way across Illinois, east to west, and a dog attacked me. And the lady said I wouldn't make it through Illinois, so Officer Eldman gave me my first ride. He took me 23 some miles south to Dallas City, and I made the miles up. But I walked the rest of the way to, I can't remember the town, but it's Madison. Fort Madison is where I crossed the Mississippi River on foot. It was really cool. The police were there to greet me when I got across. But yeah, I want to thank you, Officer Eldman. I was pretty shook up, and I have mental illness, and you handled it perfectly. From my point of view, you were extremely kind, patient. Many other officers may have just tased me and left me laying there beat up or something. I understand you did an excellent job. You went above and beyond the call of duty, sir. Thank you for your service, Officer Eldman, and your kindness. I made it to the ocean. Matt Markley in Dallas City gave me a $20 donation. As soon as I got out of the police car, he's like, "What'd you do?" I'm like, "Nothing. What do you mean? I'm traveling." And he gave me a ride because I got attacked by this dog. And he gave me $20. Couldn't believe what I was doing. And thank you, Matt Markley. I hope you and yours are doing well. Be blessed. Dick and Judy Yeager. I think her name was Judy. I keep mixing up your name, ma'am, and I am so sorry, Miss Yeager. I need punched in the face over that. I had such a good time talking to you. I could have talked to you for 3-4 days, you and Dick. Honestly, I could have stayed at that little bar for 3-4 days and been just as happy as I could be. But thank you for the advice, Dick. You were absolutely right. I made the mistake. What did I take? I took the expressway, the train expressway there to take a shortcut down south, almost to Missouri. And then I hit 136 because you said 36. I thought you meant 136. And yeah, you don't want to walk down 136, everybody. It's not safe. Through Missouri. Not safe at all. But Jason, I think, is the guy that they've all got me pizza and drinks, pop, because I don't really drink, especially when I'm out on the road. And his brother thought I could walk. He said, "You can't walk on water." I think he didn't like me. I think he thought I was like doing a false thing or something. I'm very sorry to his brother. I can't walk on water. I sink faster than most people, I think. You have a hard time getting me in the water since I almost drowned last. But then Officer Van Emmert was the one that met me when I crossed the Mississippi River as soon as I got in Fort Madison. Thank you to checking on me and making sure I was all right. And we're about halfway through this kindness of strangers. And I'm telling you, I've missed hundreds of people. If I missed you, say something in comments. Remind me. Tell us a story about when we met, when you saw me on the road, when you offered me a kindness and I didn't take it, or if I did. Let's hear about it. It'd be great to hear. Even if I was in a bad mood, like Shay and Walmart off University in Peoria. I'm so sorry. I was having a really bad time. My leg, I just took it out on you guys there at Walmart. I'm sorry. Ethan at Dollar General in Fort Madison. How you doing, Ethan? Every time I went there to restock, you were there, and you're so kind and interested in hiking and my story. I hope you're doing well, Ethan. Um, the homeless prophet woman, she gave me a read about kids and me dying as I there by the police when I came across the Mississippi River. She said, "You're going to fulfill a prophecy." I don't know. I think she may have been on something more than the weed in Illinois, because she was not making a lot of sense, and I didn't, okay, whatever. Ida in Fort Madison gave me directions and some money. She's very kind. You have very beautiful eyes. Hello, Ida. Bless you. Pauline in Argyle gas station. Thank you. You're very kind. Aaron IDOT gave me a Mountain Dew. I believe that was Iowa DOT, I think. And they were awesome to me too. They all would stop and check on me. Thank you, DOT workers. You're all awesome. I gave a tool to a guy who had camels, and he said it was like a $40 or $50 tool. They had, I think it was Trump Trucking, something like that. I was going to put the tool on the thing on his mailbox, because I've been finding these nice tools along the road, and I just put them in people's mailboxes because I don't want to see them go to waste. So that if you found a weird tool in your mailbox, that was probably me. And everybody do that. Don't just leave it there for somebody to pull off the road and hit and flatten their tire. Get it off the road, put it in the next mailbox. You see, I can't carry it 40 miles, but I can get it somewhere where somebody can use it, and it isn't a waste or a danger to fly up in a windshield and hurt somebody we love, or somebody can just get use out of it and save some money. My trail family. Okay, this is where I met Dawn. I'd been rained on and rained on and rained on and rained on, and ticks were unbelievable. They're bad here today. There's a couple right here. They're 1, 2, 3, 4, but that's nothing. In Missouri, they were all over like that. It was just miserable. I couldn't get out of the tent without having ticks all over me, and it rained for days and days and days. And I still wasn't taking rides, and this woman, Dawn, pulled up in a car, and she offered me money, and I could tell she was just super concerned. I was soaking wet, needed to get dried out. She insisted I come with her and hang out and get dried out for a day or two, and just take a ride wherever I was going. And I kind of refused, and I made it to Dollar General and got my supplies that I needed, water and snacks, and a special treat I always get at Dollar General. And then she met me in there, and by then it really started to pick up rain again, and I couldn't get my gear dried out like I wanted. My tent was mildewing, everything's mildewing. And she said, just come have fun for the weekend and hang out with us. Why wouldn't you take a ride if it's a kindness? Because I told her about my channel and stuff. And so I went with her, and went out. I met her husband, Joe, who was sleeping from third shift, who we woke up abruptly, and he was still in a good mood. She told him what was up, and he still was sleepy, said, "Paul, God is telling me to tell you to take the ride, man. It'll be much more fun. You'll meet much more people. And look, you already met 2 people that you wouldn't even know. And you're going to have fun at this river. We're going to go play in a band. We got to play this band thing. It's going to be fun. We're going to drink some beers and have a good time on the river, the Des Moines River." And I just, I can't explain to you how much it was a shot in the arm. It was like being at home. They reminded me perfectly of Randy and Missy, some old friends I had. And I just felt like we were kindred spirits immediately. And they introduced me to their family and friends and instantly let me in their circle. Took me to their home, gave me a place to sleep, gave me food, gave me drink. Let me play their instruments, thanks, Will. Let me play in the band. I can't wait to get back there. When I came back home, I planned on getting a rental car and being there for the 4th, because I knew I couldn't, I had made it to the West Coast early, and I thought I could make it there for their show, but wasn't able to because you have to rent a rental car for a week, which is $500, and I don't have that kind of money laying around. And I just wanted to get a couple days, and I got a couple gifts I want to give to people that helped me on my path. But Joe and Don and everybody out there in Iowa, thank you so much. I had such a good time. I mean, I could sit here and list all the people I met. I already think I have. But Don, thanks for convincing me to take that ride. You may have saved me in a way. You may have made me keep my faith in the human race in a way. And I had such a good time taking your advice. It was really good advice. Though I still have this spirit of, I should have walked the whole way. I always have that in my head. I always am hard on myself, and there's a spirit of me that just wants to beat up on myself. But I'll see you all again, and hopefully I'll be able to bring my own guitar, and we'll really be able to rock out some stuff. But I'll see you all soon. That was really cool seeing you all on Facebook and Lakin, and having the encouragement from you and yours. Thank you, everybody in Iowa. God's people up in there in Iowa, everybody. Addie, after I got dropped off from Joe and Don, they gave me my first ride to Kentville, which was from Macon to I think it was Kentland or Kentville. I don't know. It was way closer to 36. It took a day off my walk, and thank you for that ride. And then walking down that road, I met Addie. She gave me a ride to Macon. She got me water, honey buns, food. She's a sweetheart, a single mama, and she's a hiker and a camper. Thank you, Addie. And I'm not sure if she's single mom. I think she said she had her baby dad. I don't know. But she was by herself, and what a sweetheart. Be careful picking up hikers and stuff, Make sure you're okay, Addie. Don't be dangerous. But I thank you for the ride. Bob gave me a ride in Macon to the post office. He'd lost his wife and his parents last year, and he's still being kind to me. Thank you, Bob. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. I'm sorry for your loss. Eric and his wife gave me a pizza and $20 and said I could ride in the back of their, they had all their, was moving across country, and said I could ride back there with them if I could find a place in the stuff that they had no room for me. That was really cool of them. Thank you. Brunella or Jade gave me a ride 3 miles to the next place, to Brookfield, and then Michael took me to Walmart. And at that Walmart in Brookfield, I was resupplying, and I take out all my stuff and throw away my trash and wrappers to reduce the weight, because I'm a thru hiker and I don't want to have any weight. So I put all my trail mix out of the bags into the bag in my pack, and unwrap all my Cliff Bars and stuff like that, my coffees. And as I'm sitting there doing that, this guy named Hunter came up and gave me a $20 bill and said, "Man, I really hope you make it where you're going." And he went in Walmart, and he came back out, and he had this wad of cash, and he gave it to me, and it was $87 more, $107 they give me. I said, "Why are you doing this, man? I don't need it. I don't understand why you're doing this." He said, "You do need it. It'll help get you where you're going. I've been in your situation. You don't understand." And as he got in his Grand Cherokee and he pulled around, and he said, Hunter says, "Don't you ever try to find me." I laughed about that down the road for miles, because I got backpack. He lost me. How am I going to follow him in his Jeep? But Hunter, I really appreciate it. You have no idea how that money helped me. I used it as gas for a person that gave me a ride that needed to get across country, and he needed the help too. So it worked out really well for 2 of us, not just one. Let's see, which led to me meeting Michael. I don't know if I skipped that. Yeah, Michael Finley. He gave me a ride from Missouri to New Mexico, and then to Denver, because I had told him when he picked me up I just needed to get to Kansas City, I think, was where I thought my whole objective was getting out of the rain cloud. And here I am in the rain still, right? But you can't outrun the rain, folks. But Michael told me, he said, eventually I put gas in because I filled the gas tank up in his Toyota or whatever, and um, he appreciated that. He said he would take me a little further than he thought. And then eventually he's like, why don't you go with me to New Mexico instead of you just going to Denver? You'll meet some really cool people. And so we stopped there in Kansas, or Nebraska, I think it was Kansas, at his friend's Marty. And Marty made us French toast. It was so good. And we got to meet Trey, and I can't remember everybody's name there, but I met many people there, and got to have interactions with folks there, and that was really cool. And then we went to New Mexico to Camp Two Dogs, which is where I met Chumash, Mary, Alec, Holly, Mitri, what was her name? Betty. Is that her name down there at the I really liked her down at the cafe or whatnot. But everybody I met there at Camp Two Dogs, it was really awesome meeting them, and I'm so glad I went there and got to be part of a ceremony and experience a different culture, and that was really eye-opening to me. Michael, you taught me a lot about myself, many things, like I need to learn to listen and be more observant, respectful of my elders. I need to keep certain parts of my spirit alive, and I need to not keep alive certain parts. I need to work on things, and I appreciate that, Michael. I won't take all of your advice, but I've took some of it. Like when you told me when I feel like complaining to pray for those that help me on my path. I do that. I took that advice. I pray all the time. I'll see you again, Michael. I hope you're well. I hope you made it to the funeral all right, and I hope you got all the help you need. I hope everything worked out for you. And I'm sorry for the loss of whoever, the reason you were, there. And you introduced me to people in 3 states, in Kansas, New Mexico, and Colorado. Your kin, your friends, and your loved ones, and I appreciate that open heart you have. I really do. And that leads me to Gary Grable. Gary Grable is an old landlord and friend of mine. He's a veteran. He's a Vietnam veteran, and I've always looked up to and admired our veterans, but especially Grable. He's always helped me out, been super kind to me. Thank you, Gary. It was great spending Memorial Day with you, letting me walk around, tear up Denver like I had a place to live there. It was really awesome, man. It was awesome walking around downtown with you, going to the dispensaries, and man, unforgettable. I can't wait to get back there and spend some more time with you. I hope they got the elevator fixed, brother, and I hope Bo's doing okay. What a cool little dog. And I hope your friend down the hall is doing better. I hope she, after her fall there where we had to call the ambulance, I hope she's doing better. Let's see. And then I took from Denver, I took the California Zephyr, the Amtrak train, to Emeryville, California. And on that train, I met a lot of cool people. I met Rob, I met Samuel Trent and his family, and a bunch of other people. I can't even remember their names. But Samuel Trent, he gave us food. He was very interested in our journeys and kind. He made sure everybody around him was took care of, had something to drink, something to eat. Thank you, Samuel Trent. That is, you're a very kind person, and you honor your kind by being the way you are. It's very awesome. very kind person. Um, I got a little mixed up here in my notes. Okay, let's see. Okay, when I got into Emeryville, I ended up walking into Berkeley. I guess I didn't know. I thought I thought I was in San Francisco. I was just walking around, and I was walking to a hotel. I think looking for a hotel, and this guy Rob, who was he worked for Bernie Sanders, and he was a delegate for Bernie Sanders, and he was very informative about Berkeley, California. Though I don't think People's Park is as safe as you think. You know, for a person that's not homeless to go walk in there, it's not as safe as you think, man. You know, like it's not. It's not a safe place. But I appreciate the advice and the kindness and the ride you gave me to where you knew I was to the hotel and I was at a safe place. Thank you, Rob. I hope you're doing well. Um, let's see. The BART police officers all were interested in my story and helped me get around the city and taught me about the BART system, the bus system, the train system. Thank you, BART officers, all of you. Kathy, well, let's see. Valerie, my dear, I'm so blessed to have met you and to have walked the path by your side. You're an exceptional human being. I miss you. The very few words you spoke still ring in my mind. It helps me carry on when I thirst, when pain creeps in and makes me negative. Your positive, kind nature inspire me still. I miss you. That's to Valerie. Dave, Steve, and the whole cool crowd at the Pantole campground, especially the ranger who helped me every day. You are very generous and very kind. I was without food, and Steve gave me a ride to town to get food, and I would find treats on my table every day. I don't know who was doing it. And then Valerie caught up with me there at the campground too. The owner of the Pelican in Muir Beach, California, thank you for your help, sir. That water really helped me out. I wish I'd asked you for a job. I don't know if that's what you meant, but I'd be glad to work for you. I don't have a place to stay or nothing, but I would have been glad to have helped you also, sir. Thank you for your help at the Pelican Inn. Let's see, Kathy is the lady who helped me find the right trail there near Pantole Campground. Thank you, Kathy. I put a picture of your hand in the map on my channel, I think. Jerome on the train. I took the California Zephyr home. This is after I walked up as much of the coast, you know, and made it to the West Coast. I made it to the West Coast. I don't remember what day it was, but I made it with Valerie. She was there with me. She's featured on my video. And yeah, I made it. I made it. I made it. Thank you, everybody. To anybody I failed to mention, and I know there's a bunch, let's have it in the comments, you know, let's hear about it. And like I said, some of the people who helped me since I've been back home are my sister, my brother. My sisters give me a place to stay. My friends have offered me places to stay. Adam, Dwayne, Drew, so many I can't even mention. Craig. I mean, there's just so many kind people. And if you want to be negative, you can sit there and be negative, and you can always count the cars that go by and don't offer you rides. Or you can choose to count the good things. That's a choice we make. It's our perspective, how we see things. And here's some of the things that I just wanted to say. Okay, I think this is just Deep at the Interstate Inn in Rensselaer. Thank you for being so generous and so kind. Sully at the laundry offered me a job. Thank you, Sully. The crew at Pilot in Rochester gave me a free shower. Thank you, everybody there. David from DNR Fruit Market gave me a ride. A farmer outside Rensselaer gave me a ride. Jerome, I enjoyed your talk on the train. Yeah, I remember talking to you, Jerome. That was awesome. There's so many people. I mean, I just don't know where to stop. I've been given rides totaling over 1,000 miles by complete strangers, different races, creeds, ages, sexes, so many kinds of souls in different bodies. I refused hundreds of rides. I counted into the 70s, 78, then just kind of was overwhelmed and forgot with certain situations. If I forgot you, please understand I didn't aim to. I remember a lot, but I will still forget some of you. You gave me a hand. I would not have survived or made it without you. I love you. Please comment, leave pics, tell your story. Kind strangers are everywhere if you look with eyes that see. I was also given hundreds of dollars. I will I will work on total soon, but didn't keep track. Now I want you to know I never asked for a dime. All the people who gave me money did so of their own free will, with no chance of reward. At first I was offended or even hurt when I was offered money. I thought, how bad do I look? Then after speaking and listening openly and honestly to these kind strangers, I learned it's not about me or about my pridefulness. It sometimes helps people to know they helped someone out. I think of accepting a gift can sometimes be difficult for many reasons. To deny someone the chance to give freely is not something I am or ever will be about. Giving gifts have been the best part of my life. I also can enjoy a thoughtful gift. I want to help people. I want people to help me. I know sometimes to achieve that goal, I may have to change. I may have to step out of my comfort zone. And in doing so, I will learn and grow. I look forward to the Eastern journey, to the Atlantic. I hope I will carry the hopes and prayers of those that love me with me, as I am nothing without you. My shiny souls of gold. Oh, how you shine. As one universe of beautiful human spirits. Help one another. Always carry kindness. You are good as gold. Be shiny. For what is the world without the kindness of strangers? It's a world without me. Thank you, Joneses. On the Eastern journey, we'll be doing a benefit for Riley Hospital. I'll leave the link and description in the next video or the starting video of that journey. Thank you.